What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Littleroot Laddering. So today I'm playing my first matches on the ranked ladder. We officially have the Series 1 rule set, which I'm sure we'll talk about on the podcast this next week, but today is the day it dropped. It's been live for maybe an hour or so, and I've not played a single game, so we're just going to jump in and see how this goes. This team I'm playing today comes to us from Jeans on YouTube. Thank you so much for them for sharing their team. I stole this from the VGC Pace team. Huge shout outs to them and everything that they do. They really are just fantastic. But let's talk a little in depth about this team and what it's doing here. So I absolutely love Skeledirge. It is one of my favorite Pokemon in this format. And it does a lot, you know, having access to its signature attack of Torch Song just means that it's able to go over the top of so many different Pokemon. When you're pairing that, of course, with like your Assault Vest here and like Snarl, you're really just going to prevent your opponents from ever doing any kind of significant damage to this thing, and just being able to stay in forever and KO your opponent that way. Because of that, because you have all this extra bulk, you also are really able to use Blaze effectively. Being able to get down into Blaze range and then have your fire attacks being Torch Song and Overheat just do extra damage really means that you're able to put on a lot of extra pressure against your opponent that they are not prepared for. We also have Excalibur here, which is not a Pokemon I've played with at all, and I've only seen a handful of times, so I'm interested to see how this works, especially when we have it paired with a couple different Pokemon here on the team as well. So Excalibur carrying the Clear Amulet means that it's not going to be able to be intimidated. If it's ever hit by a fire attack, it gets +2 to its attack, which notably also means it has access to like Will-O-Wisp. Like being targeted by like a Will-O-Wisp gives you that boost, which is really interesting, because you're also immune to burn, which is obviously very good when you are not immune to fire attacks. You do take damage from them, but you can't be burnt. But you know that comes at the benefit of a free +2. Comparing that with Dragon Dance to give you additional speed boost, and then Ice Ring and Dragon Claw for additional damage really lets this thing just kind of take over games when it's left unchecked. Then rounding out, you know, to complement this duo, we have Technician, Life Orb, Scizor. Something that is fairly straightforward. You click Swords Dance once, and then you bullet punch things, and then they die. It's literally that simple. And now that we have access to Terrestrialization, we're able to get rid of our 4x weakness in fire, and we can go into this flying type, which we have here, to really just abuse our opponent that way, just to add that extra little angle. We also have Pawmot, which I think is super, super interesting. When I saw that Revival Blessing was an actual attack in the game, it was the first Pokemon I wanted to build around. And unfortunately, at the time, Showdown didn't have it implemented, so it was really hard to actually make it work. And I'm really curious how this actually works in battle, because I haven't got to do this yet. I'm really hoping this works like I want it to, and I can just, you know, late game, bring this in, go for a fake out, go for a Revival Blessing. Suddenly I'm up another bond that my opponent is not ready for because I've answered their checks to it. You know, having access to Volt Switch so we can get in and out. We have Close Combat for extra damage. This thing's really cool, and I'm very excited to play with it. Then of course we have our, you know, screen set of Grimmsnarl with speed control as well, thanks to Thunderwave. Pretty standard Grimmsnarl set. And we have Dragon Dance Gyarados here to round out the team with Intimidate. Just going to be able to put on a ton of extra pressure against our opponent. Team looks super, super sick. I'm very excited to play this. And I think it's about time we jump onto the ladder and see how well this works. Alright, game number 1 here. From our opponent, we have Rain with Pelipper and Palafin, which is actually kind of scary. So Pawmot looks really good. We're able to pressure both of their water types here pretty effectively. Skeledirge looks pretty fine if we can get rid of the rain. Excalibur looks okay. Hopefully we were able to just like set up on them. Because of Clear Amulet, we can ignore the Arcanine as well. I think screens are really important here. I don't particularly love Scizor. I think I like Grimmsnarl, I like Gyarados, Excalibur, Pawmot. And I think we're going to go Grimmsnarl, Excalibur up front with Gyarados and Pawmot in the back. I'm hoping that like a late game Gyarados is able to kind of take over this game, hopefully. And, like being a water type, we're able to like resist the flip turns and like wave crashes and jet punches coming off of the Palafin. I wonder if there's Scarf. That's pretty common, I would say. Let's see what our opponent's got going on here. It's going to be Palafin plus Arcanine. Actually pretty okay with this as a lead. They're going to get off the Intimidate, but luckily we are going to reveal our Clear Amulet here and just immediately become immune. I'm going to immediately paralyze this Palafin because I just don't want to deal with it. And I think I'm going to just go for a D-Dance here in front of them. I think trying to get the speed control here is going to be really useful. Thunder Wave is going to be hopefully enough to neuter this Palafin where I don't have to worry about it later. Oh, opponent. Unfortunately, Thermal Exchange is really going to punish them here for that Will-O-Wisp. Now I'm just... Oh, yeah. That does essentially nothing. My squad is over here flexing on them, and I could not be more happy about it. This is sweet. This is really cool. I love how we have the same old lady twice in the background cheering for us. That's cool. I didn't get a boost from Thermal Exchange? I'm just immune to Will-O-Wisp? That's not right, right? Huh. Well, that's rather unfortunate. Well, I think we're gonna go for... Honestly, I think I just want to paralyze this Amoonguss and go for an Ice Fang into it. Just try to take it out before it really gets to threaten us. This Palafin coming back in. Do we flex on them every time they swap out? No Rage Powder coming out from our opponent. Curious how much a +1 Ice Fang here does to Amoonguss. I would classify that as a lot, and they're paralyzed. Perfect. Alright, so we've essentially shut down the Amoonguss here. I'm going to go for a Reflect. That's not true. I'm going to Spirit Break the Amoonguss, clear that. No, that's unfortunate. I think I am going to go for a Reflect here, because the Amoonguss could still go for a Rage Powder, and if they do, that means my attack is going to get redirected into them anyway. And I do think I'm just going to go for... I think I am going to Terra here Dragon to prevent like a Drain Punch coming into my Baxcalibur to do a ton of damage. And then I'm just going to Dragon Claw the Palafin slot. And if they do Rage Powder to redirect this, then I'm pretty okay with that. This could be throwing. I could be like unintentionally playing into sleep here from the Amoonguss. Maybe targeting that in that slot is just correct. Okay, they do Rage Powder. Perfect. No mistake to be had. I'm gonna get used to seeing Grimmsnarl flex on people. Alright, and we pick up the KO there on Amoonguss. And it is a close combat. So glad we got rid of our ice typing. Man, that was behind a Reflect, and it still did a chunk. Palafin is not something to joke around with, people. It hits pretty dang hard. Here comes the Arcanine one more time. Luckily, we are immune to that. Intimidate once again. Now I think I'm just going to go for the T-Wave into the Arcanine. I'm going to Dragon Claw the Palafin. Try to clear that slot. I think it's the biggest threat of their... of their two Mon right now. It's definitely the one I'm concerned with. Man, I've actually been pretty impressed so far with Excalibur. Being able to be immune to Will-O-Wisp is a really big deal. And just like putting on this like huge amount of offensive pressure just after one Dragon Dance is pretty dang good. Wonder how much this does. Alright, when they're -1, a clean one-hit KO is pretty much all we could have asked for. The squad is flexing on him once again. Here comes Scizor. When do they try to... I mean, we have Reflect up. I think I'm going to T-Wave the Scizor, and I'm going to protect this turn. We're going to play this really safe. Just try to get all of our speed control out here at once. Let's not forget we still have, you know, 2 Mons in the back as well. Okay, they do go for the Bullet Punch into the Excalibur. We miss our Thunder Wave, which is unfortunate. And they're going to go for a Snarl here, which does essentially nothing. Well, the question is am I willing to give up Excalibur here? I think the answer is yes, because I still have Gyarados in the back, which can pretty easily check this Scizor. I think actually maintaining it is really important here. I'm going to swap it out into Gyarados. Get this Intimidate off onto their Mons. Just like start pivoting and making this Scizor just really sad with its life choices. Oh, they're clear Amulet. That's really bad. Is it though? I mean, like, is it really bad? They're gonna go for another Snarl here, but that's fine. They do crit my Grimmsnarl, which is kind of whatever. I think we're gonna go ahead and paralyze the Arcanine here. And I think I'm just gonna Waterfall the Scizor. I think I'm just gonna start trying to clear that. So Grimmsnarl, really good. Really good when it comes to spreading around paralysis and such. Okay, here comes the Will-O-Wisp, but we're gonna reveal our Lumberry. Maybe going for a Dragon Dance there was pretty safe. And at this point, I think I'm fine to just start, like... Grimmsnarl has done its job. I think we're going to pivot out here and go back into Excalibur, eating up this Will-O-Wisp on the switch in. We haven't seen an item on Arcanine. It could be like Citrus Berry. Arcanine going for the Protect, it looks like. Yep. How many turns of screens are left? 2. I kind of would like to preserve this just to try to get another set of screens up. I think going into Gyarados this turn is fine. And I think I'm just going to attack into the Scizor. Get this Intimidate off into the Arcanine. Yep, they're going to Bullet Punch into the Gyarados. That's completely fine. perfect. Perfect. So the Scissor's in range of another bullet punch of another Dragon Claw here. I think I am just going to protect Gyarados this turn. I'm going to Dragon Claw into the Scizor, try to pick it up. Yeah, opponent concurs that this game is over. Once Scizor goes down, Gyarados just kind of cleans that game up. And we still have Palmont in the back. We can come in and, you know, click Close Combat and Volt Switch around and Revival Blessing back our Excalibur again. Yeah, just, I felt very safe about our position at that point. Ooh. Okay, so this is actually something I've been really wanting to play against. We have Armor Rouge plus Indeedee. So this looks like pretty hard Trick Room here with Armor Rouge. Torkoal and Amoonguss here in the back as well to really abuse Trick Room. And I think Sylveon looks very appealing for them. And I think Arcanine is very good as well. But none of them are nearly as good as the Dirge. So, like, you know, we just gotta give it to them, right? I think Grimmsnarl is very good up front here as well. I don't think Palmont's very appealing here. I don't think Excalibur is very appealing with them having Sylveon there. So I think this is just, man, Gyarados Intimidate just doesn't do anything here. Scizor looks fine, and I guess, yeah, we'll bring back Excalibur. I talked myself into it. I guess, comparatively, it is the best option. Although, we could, like, Dragon Dance up with, like, Gyarados and try to sweep them that way. Because they do have a bunch of Psychics. We do have Crunch. Maybe Gyarados was better. It's fine. Yep, Armor Rouge plus Indeedee. The Psychic Surge is going to go up. So, as a result, we're not going to be able to Thunder Wave their team, thanks to Prankster. But what this does mean, I should just be able to get a free Torch Song here, right? Could also Snarl. I think Torch Song I do need to remember their Flash Fire. It's going to be very important. And then I'm going to set a light screen here. Dirge is like our best Trick Room answer. Yeah, this is the Follow Me. But this was not going anywhere else. I really just want to get my +1. Yep, and there's Trick Room. So now, I think I'm going to click Snarl. And I'm going to Spirit Break into the Armor Rouge. Could be like Helping Hand plus Expanding Force here. How fast is Armor Rouge? This is not something I actually know off the top of my head. $75, so it is fairly fast. There's an Armor Cannon. Pretty decent damage, all things considered. But they are going to drop their special defense now. Spirit Break the Indeedee. Snarl honestly might be able to pick up that. The Rocky Helmet. Very interesting. Yeah, Dirge! Dirge is, he came to play. Alright, there's a Sylveon. I mean, I could Torch Song that. I could also just Snarl. I think Snarl's probably just the best play. And Light Screen's still up, so I'm gonna Spirit Break into the Sylveon. They can't Quick Attack me. But the best play is like Hyper Voice. Are we gonna Terra, like, Fire Sylveon? No, Terra Normal. That doesn't work with Hyper Voice though, right? Because, oh, they're not Pixelate. This isn't going to do a lot, right? Oh, yeah. Spirit Break. Lower your special attack. Snarl. Pick up another KO. Lower your Sylveon's special attack. Flex on them, boys. Show them who's boss. Oh, I love it. I love how they have this flex animation. Oh, and you're gonna give me sun? You're gonna give me sun? That's how many turns Trick Room? 2? Yeah, I'm gonna go Shadow Ball here. Spirit Break this Sylveon, which should be enough to pick up the KO on it. Earth Power. Thanks, Assault Vest. Moon Blast. That's fine. And then Shadow Ball's gonna do a huge chunk here. Holy cow! Scizor is gonna come in. We're gonna click Protect, and then Scizor is gonna Bullet Punch to pick up the KOs here. Yeah, this is a really fun team, guys. I would highly recommend you go pick this up. It's very, very well built. We eat it. Heck yeah, we eat it. The Dirge! And that's gone. And we get to punch Sylveon in its face. Man. This is a really fun team. Farigiraf, Goodra, Grimmsnarl, Revavroom, Garganactyl, and Heracross. What is Heracross doing over there? So Grimmsnarl, unfortunately, does not look all that appealing. I mean, okay, let me rephrase it. As a speed control option, it doesn't look very appealing strictly because they have Farigiraf. But I have the Dirge, so like, do I really need to be all that worried? I think Grimmsnarl looks very appealing here. I think the Dirge up front looks awesome. I think Scizor and Gyarados are both very good here as well. I think Baxcalibur is a great option to be able to pick off the Goodra, like to put on a ton of pressure against it. And then I think to round it out, I kind of want Scizor. Scizor gets to put on a ton of pressure against like the Garg and the Farigiraf. Yeah, let's do it. Scizor hasn't come into play yet. It's gonna be Grimmsnarl for Farigiraf. Perfect. So I don't know what I want to do here. I could just double the Grimmsnarl to try to take it out this turn, which I don't think is actually a terrible option. I could also Snarl here to try to shut down this Farigiraf, but like, I don't think they're going to try to do like Trick Room things here. They're not a Trick Room oriented team. Yeah, I think I just want to Torch Song up. Try to get bulky. Okay, they're Fake Out Grim. That's interesting. It's okay damage. All things considered, it's okay. Grimmsnarl flinches. They're just gonna go for Deepling. Which does do a chunk to Grimmsnarl, but the Dirge is impenetrable. So we're gonna set Light Screen here so we can live another one so I can get up my second screen. And I think I'm gonna Terra Fire to Torch Song this Grimmsnarl. I'll try to take it out. I know this is like pretty offensive, all things considered. This is really aggressive on Terra in here, but I think it's appropriate. Like, trying to take out the Grimmsnarl before it can really do anything. Okay, so they do have screens, so they should be able to live this. Unless we crit. Just crit. Alright, unfortunately no crit. In D-Gleam we should be able to live now. Yep, perfect. Which means that we can set Reflect here. And I think I'm fine to... I don't think Snarl's enough to KO the Grimmsnarl at +2. And I'm not really worried about the Farigiraf. I think I'm just going to Torch Song again. They don't have any fire immunities in the back, right? No? Alright, well, we know the name of the game. Is Garganactyl coming out? No, it's Goodra. That is a fire resist, but not an immunity. This is a +2. Alright, so they're Assault Vest, it looks like. Alright, Grimmsnarl did its job. Could not have asked for a better way to go. And then here, I think I just want to bring out Excalibur. Start like Dragon Dancing on them. And then I'm going to try to KO this Farigiraf. Could overheat to make sure I cook it. But I think a Torch Song here should be fine. If they like double into Excalibur, that means they're ignoring the Dirge. Accuracy drop there is a little annoying, but it's fine because we're just too good. No! That's fine. I wonder if this is Specs. That's not with that damage, it's not. So yeah, now we will Dragon Claw the Goodra. We'll Torch Song the Farigiraf. I feel like this game has just gotten out of hand for our opponent. I got to do my thing. And it's going to be really hard to come back from a +4 Skeledirge, a Dragon Danced, Excalibur behind screens. Agreed, guys. Just scream your hearts out. I love Skeledirge. It's so freaking cool looking. Oh, you have a Garg? You have a Garganactyl? Man, it would be a real shame if something happened to that. I think I am just going to KO here. They should go for a Fake Out into my Dirge, right? And I have to get +6 for the thumbnail. I have to. What if they're Terra Ghost here? Terra Ground, maybe? Terra Rock? No, they are Ghost. Okay. Well, they no longer resist, so that's cool. Wonder if this is just fake out into my Skeledirge. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I do get the KO the Grimmsnarl, so that's good. Excalibur holds on as well. Now, opponent, I need you to hold off for a turn. Fine. I guess we'll get the thumbnail. And then we will Shadow Ball. That still does a chunk, even behind Reflect. Well, that's unfortunate. Now we get to see how annoying Garganactyl can be. You know what? I'm gonna go for the Ice Fang. If we can get like a freeze here, that'd be pretty okay. This is 80, so it's 160 plus stab, so it'd be 240, and this is more powerful. Freeze or flinch. Terra overheat at +5. Goodbye. You know, I bet if had I gone for overheat last turn, I wouldn't have missed. I'm just saying. This team's been very good. You know, obviously I love the Dirge. Alright, another game here. We have Goldango. Interesting. Kilowattrol, trying to do like hyper offense stuff here with Tailwind. And honestly, man, the Dirge looks really good except for that Garchomp over there. Which luckily is like why we have Baxcalibur. It's really unfortunate that Baxcalibur is like we have Terra Dragon here. I wonder if Grimmsnarl plus Baxcalibur is just good here. I could see Palmot up front. I think Grimmsnarl is very good here. I think Baxcalibur is pretty important as well. I think this is the top 4. I don't think Gyarados really applies much here. Like we have one Pokemon we really want to intimidate, and then everything else. Yeah, I like these 4. Scizor doesn't really do anything. Gotta remember that Goldango is immune to Thunder Wave. Like that is something to be concerned about. I'm excited to see Make It Rain in game. That is not an attack I've actually seen yet. It's gonna be Kilowattrol plus Garchomp. So first things first, I'm just gonna set up a Reflect here. And I kind of want to just go for a Terra Dragon Claw. Maybe it's correct to go for Terra Ice Fang into the... I don't think I can reasonably go for a Dragon Dance here. Most of the Garchomps I've placed have Terra'd into ground, which is really unfortunate because that means they're immune to... Thunder Wave still. I like this play. I like just being offensive here. They're most likely going to set Tailwind here with Kilowattrol. And then like Earthquake. They could also just like Dragon Claw or Rock Slide here. Oh, they're just gonna protect. Interesting. They're gonna discharge. Okay. So they're doing like Disquake things. Got it. Got it. Understood. So now I'm going to set my light screen. And I think I'm just going to attack into the Garchomp again. Not really surprised to see them doing Disquake things here. Kilowattrel does kind of make a, like, okay Zapdos replacement, all things considered. Gets access to Tailwind as well, which is really cool. Wind Power is a very cool ability. Okay, they're going to withdraw. Flex on them, boys. Goldango is going to come out here. Sweet. Air Balloon. Light screen's going to go up. Para your partner would be great. Oh, yeah, like that. Do exactly that. Thanks. And pop your balloon. Alright, Grimmsnarl, you have kind of done your job, buddy. I'm pretty okay to just let you go down at this point. And I'm going to Dragon Dance on him. Okay, okay. Are we Scarf? I wonder if we're Scarf Discharge. I think I'm going to double the Kilowattrel slot this turn. Like, just trying to clear this out, I think, is going to be good for us. If they are, in fact, Scarf, then they're not going to get Tailwind up this game. Okay, they are Sash, it looks like. Yep. Yep. Perfect time for them to sit Tailwind. Just because they're immune to Thunder Wave doesn't mean they're immune to Paralysis. This is really unfortunate that we just kind of give them a free switch in here. My opponent's going to bring back out their Garchomp now. We have Dirge in the back, which I really need to take care of Garchomp to get in. I think I'm just going to... Spirit Break the Garchomp. And I kind of want to... I'm gonna be a little greedy and go for a second Dragon Dance here. This is probably exceedingly greedy, but Goldango's gonna get paralyzed this turn. Dang. That's unfortunate. It is absurd to me that Make It Rain is not like Overheat where it's -2. Honestly, we're kind of in an okay position, though. Because Dirge gets to come in. And I get to... How many turns of Tailwind do they have left? 2. So I can fake out the Garchomp this turn. I'm gonna Torch Song the Goldango, try to clear it. There's no reason for them to protect Goldango because they are still a Ghost type, so they are immune. Okay. Ooh. Perfect. Okay, rough skin is really unfortunate because it's going to break my sash. But we're going to roast us in Amoongus. We're going to go for the Revival Blessing. I think if we clear this Garchomp, we kind of just, like, win this game. This Earthquake? Yep. Which should be enough to at least KO the Palmont, I would think. Oh! Perfect. Yes, I would like one Baxcalibur, please. And a +1 Shadow Ball. Not quite enough, but Tailwind is now over. Looks like there's Citrus. Okay. Perfect. Tailwind is now over. So I'm going to go for a close combat into the Chomp. And I actually live another... I live another hit from the Chomp here as well. What are we terraing? Okay. Into ground type, I believe is what that one is. Okay, there's the Rage Powder. That's unfortunate. The CC should KO here though, right? No, that's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Oh, but they're gonna KO their Amoongus for me. And Dirge lives. Good job, Dirge. Palmont down. And that's fine because now they are not resistant to this this Torch Song. And they are paralyzed on their Goldango in the back still as well. Dirge came to play, baby. My Reflect is over, but that's kind of fine. Now the question is, do I retain my Terra type here? I do not. I wasn't sure how that would work with Revival Blessing. So yeah, Make It Rain is just like the safest possible play from them. So I think my safest possible play is just target down this. Yep. Ooh. Got the Revival Blessing back for the win. Honestly, Dirge really just, put the team on its back there. And was able to just effectively pick up that game. The fact that we were able to live a Terra Ground Earthquake from Garchomp is just absolutely huge. So what did we learn today? There was not a single game we didn't lead Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is absolutely insane in this format. It's still just one of the best support Pokemon ever designed. And, it's a combination of like just multiple forms of speed control, may it be Trick or Thunder Wave. Fake Out as well, you can consider like a form of speed control by, just denying your opponent a turn. Screens, you have, Swagger, if that's something you're interested in. Gains access to Parting Shot as well now, which is just absolutely absurd. Grimmsnarl is insane and is going to continue to be insane. But let's talk about like things we didn't already know. Baxcalibur is freaking cool. I wish the interaction with Will-O-Wisp worked like I thought it did, where you get the +2 off of it. But, still being just immune to Burnt is still very good. And, if you ever just get like a Dragon Dance off with this thing, it can clear teams. The fact that like at +1 you're able to put on so much offensive pressure, it's absurd. It's really, really cool how much pressure that Excalibur is able to put out on its own. And you know, that's ignoring the fact that like we brought it back to life. we got to use a revive in game, which is just insane. Revival Blessing is so freaking cool. I love it. The like Palmot came out and did his thing exactly once, but like it won us that game that it did its thing. So like I can't be mad about it. And of course, near and dear to my heart, the Dirge is absurd. Like there's no other way to say it. It single-handedly can sweep teams. I do kind of wish we were unaware, just so like we have a better matchup into like Dondozo, just because like then we're able to just ignore them and just punch through them anyway. But man, Dirge is really good. The AV set is really good. I know Aaron and I have both been working on Dirge since basically day one, and I cannot stress to you how good this thing is. I know I had a couple different people on Discord talk about, man, where's all the special attackers this generation? Here you go. This is just like one of the best ones. Especially for Series 1 where we don't have the Paradox Pokemon, we don't have the Ruinous Quartet. This thing's very good, and I would highly recommend you play this so you can figure out how to be able to interact with it at some point, because the typing of this thing is like if Chandelure was absurdly bulky. It's just like the simplest way to put it. You have just as much special attack, I believe. It's pretty dang close, if not. I actually am really curious just off the top of my head. Skeledirge is 110. Chandelure is 145. So, I mean, a single Torch Song, you're there, right? Like, you're able to keep pace with them. Yeah, this thing's really good. I love it. It's currently like one of my favorite Pokemon of this generation, and I cannot stress that enough. But that being said, huge shout out to Jeans for putting this team together. Please go follow them on YouTube. Their content is fantastic, and I would highly recommend it. And that is going to be it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next week with some more laddering. Have a good one. Peace.